Hello everyone, and welcome to today's presentation. I'm excited to introduce you to the Masonic audiobook library. Today, we'll explore the fascinating world of Freemasonry, focusing on unlocking hidden knowledge and traditions. Our journey will delve into ancient mysteries and uncover what modern Freemasons might be missing, especially the mysticism of Masonry. Over the course of this session, we'll uncover insights, share intriguing stories, and deepen our understanding of this rich tradition. So let's get started. Welcome to this section, where we explore the introduction to Freemasonry and its deep connections to ancient mysteries. We'll look at how these mysteries have been explained over time and the interesting parallels that exist between those ancient secrets and what Freemasonry practices today. We'll also discuss the role of mysticism within the fraternity and consider what modern Freemasons might be overlooking or missing out on. A key point here is the importance of symbolism, how symbols carry profound meanings and connect us to ancient wisdom. We'll examine some case studies of mystical practices that shed light on the spiritual dimension of Freemasonry. Throughout this presentation, I want you to see how these elements, mystery, symbolism, and mysticism, are all interconnected and vital to understanding the full depth of Freemasonry. Ultimately, this is about uncovering the hidden layers that make the fraternity a bridge to ancient knowledge and spiritual enlightenment. Welcome to our exploration of Freemasonry. On this slide, we'll start by introducing what Freemasonry is and how it connects to ancient mysteries. We'll see that Freemasonry has roots that reach back through history, often intertwined with esoteric and mystical traditions. Moving forward, we'll examine how these ancient mysteries, such as secret rituals, symbols, and allegories, mirror some of the practices and teachings within Freemasonry today. We'll then discuss the role of mysticism in Freemasonry, highlighting how mystical ideas shape the fraternity's philosophy and rituals. It's important to consider what modern Freemasons might be missing if they overlook the deeper mystical aspects of their tradition. Next, we'll focus on symbolism. The language of symbols is central to understanding the hidden meanings behind Masonic rituals and teachings. We'll look at case studies that showcase mystical practices, revealing how certain symbols and rituals have persisted over centuries to preserve esoteric knowledge. Finally, we'll bring everything together in the conclusion, emphasizing the importance of exploring these mystical roots to deepen our understanding of Freemasonry and its enduring legacy. Let's take a closer look at the overview of Freemasonry. It all began in the late 16th to early 17th century, evolving from the medieval stonemason guilds into a broader fraternal organization. What's really interesting is how it shifted focus from purely building trades to emphasizing moral and spiritual growth. Moving on to its history and origins, Freemasonry promotes core values like integrity, charity, brotherhood, and enlightenment. It's about personal and moral development, but it also explores metaphysical concepts and ancient wisdom, kind of a journey into deeper understanding. When we talk about the core principles and values, it's structured around local lodges, regional grand lodges, and a larger hierarchy. This structure emphasizes fraternity, rituals, and moral teachings, all of which shape members' spiritual journeys. So, at its heart, Freemasonry is about fostering brotherhood and self-improvement through shared traditions and moral guidance. Now, let's explore the mystical aspect of Freemasonry. One of the most fascinating parts is the use of symbols and their meanings. For example, the square and compass are more than just tools. They represent morality and the balance of life. These symbols help members develop a deeper, mystical understanding of spiritual and moral truths, guiding them on their personal journey. Next, we have the rituals and ceremonies. These are not just traditions, but serve as gateways to deeper mystical experiences. Through symbolic acts and esoteric teachings, they facilitate personal transformation and strengthen the bonds within the community. Finally, esoteric knowledge plays a crucial role. It acts as a gateway to deeper understanding and spiritual enlightenment. By connecting members to ancient mystical traditions, it encourages personal growth and a broader perspective on life's mysteries. Together, these elements, symbols, rituals, and esoteric knowledge, form the core of Freemasonry's mystical path, enriching our overall understanding of its spiritual dimension. Today, we'll delve into the fascinating world of Freemasonry by exploring its connection to ancient mysteries. We'll see how these age-old secrets have influenced Masonic traditions and practices. Next, we'll look at some striking parallels between these ancient mysteries and what Freemasonry stands for today. We'll also discuss the role of mysticism within the fraternity, which adds a layer of spiritual depth to its teachings. It's important to consider what modern Freemasons might be missing in terms of this mystical aspect, and how rediscovering it could enrich their experience. A key point throughout is the significance of symbolism, how symbols serve as gateways to deeper understanding and hidden knowledge. To bring these ideas to life, we'll examine some case studies of mystical practices historically associated with Freemasonry. And finally, we'll wrap up with some concluding thoughts on how embracing these mystical elements can enhance our appreciation of Freemasonry's true essence. Let's explore the origins of these ancient mysteries by looking at prehistoric rituals. These early ceremonies, often connected to fertility and death, reveal humanity's deep desire to find meaning in life and the afterlife. They played a vital role in shaping spiritual beliefs and community structures that would influence later mystical traditions. Moving forward, ancient civilizations built upon these foundations, laying the groundwork for esoteric knowledge. Their symbols and rituals became more complex, and we see echoes of this influence in modern Freemasonry. The symbols and practices we see today are rooted in these ancient insights, enriched by profound philosophical and mystical ideas. Finally, the continuity of knowledge is a key concept here. Despite the passage of thousands of years, teachings and symbols have been carefully preserved, adapted, and passed down through generations. This ongoing transmission has kept the core ideas alive and continues to influence how we interpret and practice Masonry today. All of these elements, the rituals, the symbols, the continuity, highlight how ancient mysteries are woven into our modern spiritual understanding, connecting us to a long-standing quest for wisdom and truth. Let's explore the key components of ancient mysteries, starting with the role of symbols. Symbols in these traditions are incredibly powerful tools. They help us convey complex ideas that might be hard to express with words alone. They also serve as a means for personal transformation, guiding individuals on their spiritual journeys. Moreover, symbols create a bridge between the physical and spiritual realms, helping us connect with deeper truths that transcend everyday experience. Moving on to sacred texts, these are more than just writings. They are repositories of esoteric knowledge. They guide initiates through spiritual truths and moral principles, acting as maps for inner growth. What's fascinating is how these ancient teachings remain connected to modern practices, like Masonry, illuminating the enduring nature of wisdom passed down through ages. Finally, let's consider initiation practices. In ancient times, initiation wasn't just a simple ceremony. It involved symbolic rituals and secret teachings. These practices aimed to facilitate personal transformation, helping individuals attain a deeper understanding of the universe and their place within it. Unfortunately, some of these profound teachings may be overlooked in modern Freemasonry, but understanding their roots can deepen our appreciation for the craft and its timeless wisdom. Welcome to Slide 9, where we delve into the introduction to Freemasonry. Freemasonry is an ancient and complex organization with roots that stretch back centuries. It's often associated with secret rituals, symbolism, and a quest for moral and spiritual enlightenment. Today, we'll explore how these elements connect to the broader theme of ancient mysteries and mystical traditions. As we proceed, keep in mind that Freemasonry has served as a vessel for preserving esoteric knowledge throughout history. We'll look at how its teachings parallel many ancient mysteries, emphasizing that this organization isn't just about secret handshakes, but about deeper, universal truths. Understanding Freemasonry's foundations helps us see its role in the ongoing quest for wisdom and transcendence. So, let's move forward and explore these fascinating connections more closely. Shared beliefs form a fascinating bridge between ancient mysteries and Freemasonry. Both emphasize a deep commitment to spiritual growth and enlightenment. They focus on personal transformation, encouraging individuals to seek esoteric knowledge and pursue deeper truths within the universe. This pursuit isn't just about acquiring facts, it's about a journey towards understanding the mysteries of life and existence. Both traditions highlight the relentless quest for truth. They use symbolism, rituals, and wisdom that have been passed down through generations to guide initiates on their path. These symbols and rituals serve as tools to unlock hidden knowledge and foster spiritual development. Another key point is the importance of brotherhood and community. Ancient mystery schools fostered strong bonds among their members, emphasizing unity and shared purpose. Similarly, Freemasonry promotes these values, creating a sense of brotherhood that supports personal growth and mutual understanding. So, at the core, these shared beliefs highlight a universal desire for enlightenment, connection, and truth, values that resonate deeply across both ancient and modern traditions. Let's explore the symbolism shared between both ancient mysteries and Freemasonry. You'll notice that symbols like the compass and square are common to both traditions. These symbols represent moral guidelines and the pursuit of knowledge, emphasizing the idea that beneath different cultures, there's a universal search for hidden truths. Now, what's really fascinating is the purpose behind these symbols. They aren't just decorative, they serve to communicate deeper truths. They help practitioners seek personal enlightenment and connect to something greater, what we might call a cosmic or universal order. Symbols transcend words, they're a language that speaks to the soul. And an important point to consider is how these symbols evolve over time. As cultures shift and personal interpretations vary, the meanings of these symbols also change. This evolution enriches both traditions, allowing them to stay relevant across generations while maintaining their mystical core. All of this ties back to our broader theme, the idea that both ancient mysteries and Freemasonry are about uncovering universal truths through symbols that resonate across different eras and cultures. Welcome to this section where we delve into the fascinating world of Freemasonry and its connections to ancient mysteries. First, we'll explore what Freemasonry is and how it has preserved some of these age-old secrets. Then, we'll look at ancient mysteries themselves, those enduring enigmas that have puzzled humanity for centuries. Next, I'll highlight the parallels between these ancient mysteries and what we find in Freemasonry today, showing how they intertwine through symbolism and ritual. We'll also discuss the role of mysticism within Masonry, how spiritual insights and esoteric knowledge are woven into its practices. Moving forward, I'll talk about what modern Freemasons might be missing, elements of mysticism or symbolism that could deepen their understanding. The importance of symbolism itself will be a key focus, how symbols act as gateways to hidden knowledge and spiritual truths. Then, I'll share some case studies of mystical practices that have been part of Masonry's history, illustrating these concepts in action. Finally, we'll wrap up by considering how all these elements come together, emphasizing their significance in the ongoing quest for spiritual enlightenment and understanding. Let's explore the fascinating world of mysticism in Masonry. Mysticism here involves esoteric knowledge, spiritual symbolism, and personal experiential practices. It's about seeking deeper truths beyond the surface, and within Masonry, we see different types like Christian, Hermetic, and Kabbalistic mysticism. These all serve to enrich our spiritual journey and deepen our understanding. Historically, figures such as Pythagoras and Hermes Trismegistus have played a significant role in shaping Masonic thought. They emphasized mystical wisdom and symbolism, and inspired a continuous search for spiritual truths that still influence us today. Their insights remind us that Masonry has always been about uncovering hidden knowledge and connecting with something greater. In modern times, interpretations of mysticism in Masonry focus more on personal spirituality and symbolic understanding. Masonry encourages us to use these symbols as tools for transformation, helping us grow and develop on a personal level. This bridges ancient mystical practices with contemporary ideas of self-improvement and spiritual growth, making the journey both timeless and relevant. Now, let's explore some of the mystical practices that are integral to Masonry. First, we have meditation and reflection. These practices are all about fostering inner contemplation, helping members become more self-aware and supporting personal growth. They also serve to connect us to ancient wisdom and spiritual truths that have been passed down through generations. It's a way to look inward while feeling connected to something greater. Next, we have symbolic journeys. These are not just physical travels, but metaphorical ones that represent personal transformation. Initiates are guided through these metaphysical landscapes, which help illuminate deeper truths and build bridges between the material world and the spiritual realm. It's about experiencing growth and enlightenment through symbolic exploration. Finally, community rituals play a vital role. These rituals foster a shared sense of identity among members and promote spiritual development. They also strengthen the bonds that unite us as a lodge. Through these collective experiences, we deepen our collective mysticism and purpose, reinforcing the sacred nature of our fellowship. Together, these practices highlight how Masonry is not only about personal development, but also about cultivating a profound spiritual connection and community. Welcome to this section, where we explore the fascinating world of Freemasonry and its deep roots in ancient mysteries. We'll look at how these mysteries are explained and understand the parallels between them and Masonry itself. It's important to see how mysticism plays a vital role in shaping Masonic traditions and teachings. We'll also consider what modern Freemasons might be missing today. Sometimes, the deeper mystical aspects get overlooked. That's where symbolism becomes crucial. It's the language that connects us to these ancient truths. We'll examine some case studies of mystical practices that have influenced Freemasonry over centuries, giving us real-world examples of these concepts in action. Finally, I'll wrap up with a conclusion that ties everything together, emphasizing the importance of understanding and preserving the mystical core of Freemasonry for future generations. As we look at the erosion of ancient knowledge, we see how changes in ritual practices can sometimes dilute the mystical aspects that are so central to Freemasonry. Over time, these shifts can cause a disconnection from the deep wisdom and traditional teachings that once fostered spiritual growth and enlightenment. When the mysticism is reduced or overlooked, modern Freemasons might miss out on the profound spiritual insights embedded in our traditions. This can lead to a diminished understanding of the esoteric knowledge that is essential for our personal and spiritual development on the Masonic journey. Furthermore, the impact of modern society plays a significant role. Our fast-paced lifestyles and reliance on technology often overshadow the ancient wisdom that underpins our teachings. It's easy to overlook these esoteric teachings, but doing so can hinder our ability to forge deeper spiritual connections and achieve meaningful personal growth. All of these factors remind us of the importance of preserving the mystical core of Freemasonry, especially in a world that's constantly changing. Let's take a moment to explore the importance of reconnecting with some fundamental aspects of our spiritual journey. First, the revival of ancient teachings is crucial. Many modern Freemasons might overlook these timeless principles, but embracing them can truly deepen our understanding of spiritual practices and help us forge stronger connections to the roots of our tradition. Next, integrating mystical practices plays a vital role. These practices can enrich our spiritual understanding and foster a more profound connection to the ancient wisdom that underpins Freemasonry. By incorporating these elements, we can enhance our personal growth and the meaning we find in our craft. Finally, encouraging personal exploration is essential. When we actively seek out our own understanding of the mysteries and truths within Freemasonry, it leads to deeper insights and a more meaningful connection to the ancient teachings. In essence, these elements, reviving ancient teachings, integrating mystical practices, and fostering personal exploration, are all about reconnecting with the core of what makes Freemasonry a lifelong journey of discovery. They remind us that our spiritual growth depends on embracing the wisdom of the past while actively exploring our own path forward. Welcome to this section, where we explore the introduction to Freemasonry and its deep connection to ancient mysteries. We'll look at how these mysteries have been explained over time and the fascinating parallels that exist between them and Freemasonry itself. It's intriguing to see how mystical concepts have influenced Masonic practices and philosophies. We'll also discuss what modern Freemasons might be missing if they overlook the mystical aspects and the crucial role symbolism plays within the craft. Symbolism isn't just decoration. It's a language that conveys profound truths and spiritual insights. To bring these ideas to life, we'll examine some case studies of mystical practices that have historically been part of esoteric traditions and how they relate to Freemasonry today. In conclusion, understanding these ancient mysteries and their mystical elements can deepen our appreciation of Freemasonry's rich heritage and ongoing relevance. This exploration helps us see the bigger picture of how esoteric knowledge continues to influence and inspire. Understanding symbols is fundamental to grasping the deeper layers of Freemasonry. Symbols act as a universal language, conveying truths and meanings that often go beyond words. They allow us to pass down ancient wisdom and teachings across generations, creating a timeless connection. In Masonry, symbolism serves as a bridge between the conscious mind and the unconscious, helping us grow spiritually and gain psychological insight. This process guides us toward greater self-awareness and enlightenment. It's also important to recognize that symbols are not just confined to special rituals. They are present in our daily lives. They influence how we perceive the world, shape our emotions, and communicate our values. By understanding the power of symbols, we can deepen our comprehension of communication, identity, and societal values. This brings us to the idea that symbols are a language, one that speaks to both our psychological and spiritual selves. When we explore this language, we open ourselves to meaningful insights that can transform our personal journey and enhance our understanding of the world around us. Today, I want to talk about reviving symbolism in Masonic practices through workshops and education. This is a crucial step in ensuring that the profound meanings behind our symbols are not lost over time. By focusing on educational initiatives, we can help members truly understand and apply these symbols in both their personal growth and collective journey within Freemasonry. Symbols play a vital role during initiations, as they carry deeper meanings that go beyond the surface. They serve as tools for fostering personal transformation and strengthening the bonds within our community. When members grasp the significance of these symbols, it enriches their spiritual experience and guides them more effectively along their Masonic path. Overall, reviving symbolism through dedicated workshops and education not only deepens individual awareness and understanding, but also enhances the spiritual connection among members. This, in turn, enriches the entire Masonic experience, making it more meaningful and impactful for everyone involved. Welcome to our discussion on Freemasonry and its deep roots in ancient mysteries. On this slide, we'll explore how these mysteries are explained and what parallels can be drawn between them and Freemasonry itself. You'll see how mysticism plays a crucial role in Masonic traditions, adding layers of meaning and symbolism that go beyond the surface. We'll also consider what modern Freemasons might be missing if they overlook these mystical elements, emphasizing the importance of symbolism in understanding the true essence of the craft. To bring this all together, we'll look at some case studies of mystical practices that have influenced Freemasonry throughout history. Ultimately, this slide ties into the broader theme of uncovering hidden knowledge and the enduring quest for enlightenment that is at the heart of Freemasonry. Let's take a look at some historical examples that illustrate the roots of our mystical practices. Ancient cultures, such as the Egyptians and Greeks, relied heavily on rituals and symbolism to connect with the divine. These practices weren't just spiritual, they also influenced modern traditions, including Freemasonry. Moving on, notable Mason figures like Manly P. Hall and Albert Pike played significant roles in integrating esoteric knowledge and mystical practices into our tradition. Their work highlights how Masonic principles are deeply connected to ancient wisdom and spiritual teachings. Finally, these historical mystical practices teach us the importance of symbolism, ritual, and community. They remind us that understanding spirituality isn't just about individual insight, but also about shared experiences and deeper connections. By studying these examples, we can gain valuable insights into the deeper meanings behind our own practices today. Let's explore some of the contemporary practices that connect modern mystical groups with traditional traditions. Modern mystical groups, such as the Golden Dawn and the Lemma, place a strong emphasis on personal spiritual experience. They focus on ritualistic practices and the exploration of hidden or esoteric knowledge, which actually parallels many ancient Masonic traditions. Additionally, Freemasonic workshops are a key aspect of contemporary mysticism. These workshops promote experiential learning, meaning you don't just learn theoretically, but you engage directly through rituals, symbolism, and personal reflection. This hands-on approach helps deepen understanding of ancient practices and highlights their relevance today. Lastly, personal testimonies play a vital role. Many individuals share their spiritual awakenings through these mystical practices. These stories often demonstrate how ancient rituals can be transformative, even in modern contexts. They reinforce the idea that these traditions aren't just historical. They continue to inspire and enhance Masonic practices and personal growth today. All of these elements, groups, workshops, and personal stories, show how ancient wisdom is being kept alive and adapted within contemporary mysticism, reinforcing the ongoing connection between tradition and modern spiritual exploration. Let's start by exploring the introduction to Freemasonry and its roots in ancient mysteries. Freemasonry, as many of you know, is often seen as a modern fraternity with deep historical and mystical connections. Moving on, we'll delve into how these ancient mysteries are explained and understood. You'll see that many rituals and symbols in Freemasonry have parallels with ancient secret societies and spiritual practices. Next, we'll look at the parallels between ancient mysteries and Freemasonry itself. These similarities aren't just superficial. They often reflect shared themes of enlightenment, moral development, and the pursuit of hidden knowledge. This connection helps us understand why Freemasonry has retained such a mystical aura over centuries. We'll then discuss the role of mysticism within Masonry. Mysticism plays a crucial part in shaping the spiritual experience for many Freemasons. It encourages personal reflection, inner transformation, and a sense of connection to something greater than ourselves. However, it's also important to consider what modern Freemasons might be missing today. As society evolves, some of the mystical elements and deeper esoteric teachings can sometimes fade into the background, leaving a more superficial understanding of the traditions. That's why the importance of symbolism in Freemasonry cannot be overstated. Symbols serve as a bridge to hidden knowledge, guiding members on their spiritual journey and offering layers of meaning that go beyond the literal. We'll look at some case studies of mystical practices within Freemasonry, illustrating how these traditions are applied and experienced in real-world settings. These examples help us appreciate the depth and richness of the mystical heritage. Finally, we'll wrap up with a conclusion, tying together everything we've discussed about the mystical dimensions of Freemasonry and why they remain relevant today. Understanding these mystical roots can deepen our appreciation of the craft and its enduring mystery. Let's take a moment to reflect on the key points we've covered. First, the importance of ancient mysteries. These mysteries hold profound insights into human consciousness and spiritual growth. For modern Freemasons, understanding these roots is essential, as it helps us grasp the mystical dimensions that underpin our practice. Recognizing these ancient secrets connects us to a deeper tradition and offers guidance on our spiritual journey. Next, we see the relevance of mysticism today. Rooted in ancient traditions, mysticism continues to provide valuable insights into personal growth and collective consciousness. It highlights how timeless these teachings are, remaining significant not only for Freemasonry, but also for broader spiritual exploration. Connecting this to the overall theme, it's clear that embracing these ancient mysteries and mystical principles enriches our understanding and practice. They serve as a bridge between the past and the present, guiding us toward a more profound awareness of ourselves and the universe. Now, as we look toward the future of Freemasonry, I want to emphasize the importance of a proactive approach. First, I encourage all of us to actively explore mysticism. This means engaging with mystical traditions to deepen our understanding and foster personal growth. By doing so, we can enrich our practices and reconnect with the profound roots of our craft, which are often intertwined with ancient spiritual wisdom. Next, fostering community discussions is vital. Sharing insights on mysticism within our lodges helps build stronger connections and promotes a richer understanding of our shared traditions. These conversations can inspire new perspectives and keep our fraternity vibrant and engaged. Finally, I want to stress the importance of our commitment to preserving our heritage. We must deepen our dedication to protecting and integrating our ancient knowledge and mystical teachings into our modern practices. This ensures that our legacy remains strong and relevant for future generations, enriching the fraternity's ongoing journey. Overall, these actions, exploring mysticism, fostering open dialogue, and preserving our heritage, are essential steps that align with our broader theme of continuing growth and enlightenment in Freemasonry. Thank you all for being here today. I want to take a moment to express my gratitude for your interest and engagement throughout this journey. This slide is about gratitude and acknowledgements, which are really essential in recognizing the support and contributions that have helped shape this project. As we've explored the Masonic audiobook library, it's important to remember that behind every successful endeavor are the people who have supported us along the way. I encourage you to reflect on the connections, the shared knowledge, and the collective effort that have brought us to this point. Ultimately, our journey is a testament to collaboration, community, and the passion we all share for this knowledge. So, thank you again for your dedication and for being part of this community.